Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. I'm finally back from Southern California. Wow, it took a lot out of me, but it was a wonderful, wonderful time. Today I'm going to kind of do the part 3 of my kind of personal update with my move and everything that's going on. I mean, here we are in the middle of this big move and trying to sell our house and buy a new house. And right in the middle of that, my daughter's got this big wedding, you know, with 200 in attendance down in Southern California. We've been planning this out, or actually I say my daughter's really, she's done a great job. She put a lot of it together, even kind of picked out a lot of the words she wanted the pastor to say, and she's put her all into this. This means so much to her, and it means so much to us as well. We were so proud of her. We've helped her financially with a lot of it. And then Cameron, her new husband's parents, helped out like with their honeymoon and with some of it as well. So it worked out great, you know. And I had never met his folks before. Laura had met them a few times because she goes down to Southern California more than me. But I had just had to be honest, it's the happiest I've ever been. I haven't been that happy since I think Laura and I got married up in Big Bear Lake, back in 1995. And that was the last time that I've had that much fun and genuinely been just overjoyed with love and seeing the whole family together. It was kind of bittersweet, you know. I felt like, you know, Laura's brother should have been there. And we had a little memorial for him as well as Laura's uncle in the corner of the reception room, which was kind of tough. I mean, and then eventually Paul's wife was there as well, which I tried to comfort her. The minute I put my arm around her and her daughter, I mean, they just, you know, broke down in tears. And it was tough. It was a tough time for some of us, but at the same time, it was full of joy and a new beginning for my daughter. You know, she's come so far. She's just, I lost a couple years of my lifespan worrying about her and her first guy that she was involved with. And to see her, you know, without child support, without any help, turn it around and get a job and me going to school and trying to raise a little girl all by herself is just very commendable. I mean, she won't even take money from us. She's, you know, she took it from me this time. I gave her a nice gift and slipped her a big chunk of money. I said, this is for you guys. And don't worry, I got your wedding gift. We'll be coming to your house when you get back from your honeymoon and all that. I got her a really nice Samsung, you know, Q series TV set, even nicer. Right? They're all gamers. You know, even my little granddaughter she'd asked me to ask Laura to get her the Just Dance game for the Xbox One or something. So it's great. I want to get them something that they all could use, you know, as gamers. He's a huge, you know, online gamer. And he told me afterwards, thanked me for the TV that he's getting. He knows what model it is, and he can't wait. He says, God, it's got really low input lag, and I'm really excited, and can't thank you enough. I said, it's the least we guys can do for you. You know, I mean, you get them like a crock pot or something, use it once or twice, it goes in a closet cabinet, and you never see it again, you know. And my wife, ironically, got him a crock pot as well, along with a few other kitchen, you know, things for their kitchen, but I want to get them something that they'll, you know, enjoy every single day, look forward to using. So I was happy to, you know, to get them something nice, but even more so to see them together as one and to see everyone come together for the special occasion. It was one of the nicest weddings I've ever been to. Of course, I'm biased because it's my daughter, but it was so exciting. It was great. And I got to meet Cameron's parents, which were fantastic. They come to find out, which I've already heard from Laura, the guy's an avid car collector and car guy. He's got like a 1957 Ford Fairlane, Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance type restoration. I mean, really high-end restored cars. He has one of those modern retro, early 2000, 2005, whatever year they came out with, a little retro Thunderbird, the modern one that looks kind of like a 56 or 57 T-Bird. He's got one of those. He's got a couple of the new Cadillacs with the killer muscle car motors in them. He wants me to go out and look for a new vet. He's looking for a classic Corvette to restore, and he knows that I'm into Corvettes and used to work for Dick Gulser. So we hit it off. I mean, we talked for God. We could have, you know, talked through the whole wedding, and my wife kept saying, "Okay, enough with the cars. Come on, you got to sit down." So it just was great. I mean, it's just I can't wait. It's just nice to know she's in good hands from a good family, and I think the world of her husband and who she chose, and he's very protective of her, and it shows. It really shows. How nice he is with my granddaughter speaks volumes. This is someone who's a good, genuine, good soul, and you can see it. And he got it from his folks. His parents, you know, are really very special, and they think the world of him. They give him so much support, and now they're giving the support to my daughter as well. And it makes me feel good because I'm so far away, and it's nice that they have someone close by that can help them if they need help and take care of them if something comes up or whatever. So my wife and I have never been so happy. It was a tough trip for me to make. My wife arranged to have a wheelchair to take me to and from the plane because of my breathing problems, my back problems. It's hard for me to walk more than a few feet. I can walk to my car and back and a little bit around the grocery store, and that's it. I mean, just walking the length of a airport is just too much for me. So, and she was worried about my blood pressure, and I took my medicine, but it's still, my blood pressure rose. I typically have claustrophobia on planes, and I typically ask for Valiums for the flight back. I forgot, because at the last minute I was debating whether I should drive or not. My wife said, it's too much driving for you. And I go, I don't want to get this goddamn virus being on a plane, breathing in all this recycled air from God knows who, in LA of all places. And it's just very stressful. So I went through probably a lot of subconscious anxiety, and then the excitement about the wedding and the anxiety of the wedding itself, and hoping it's all going to go nice and smooth. And so by that night, the first night, Friday night, we flew down there. My wife flew down from Boise, and I flew down from Sacramento, and we both arrived within 30 minutes of each other at the John Wayne Airport in Orange County, and then from there we took an Uber to my mother-in-law's house and had a really nice dinner and visited with my mother-in-law, and then her uncle that died, his wife was there and stayed the night also at my mother-in-law's. So it was very nice seeing her, and of course I feel bad because here we're going to a wedding and her husband just died, and she's younger than him, so but she thinks the world of us, and we love her too. So it was nice. It was a very nice time we had that Friday night. A little stressful getting in off the plane, and it's late at night, and people are waiting up for you to get there, wondering if you got there safe and everything. But it worked out well, and we had just a fantastic time. And then my wife, without telling me, she said she wanted to surprise me for Saturday night. She got a really nice high floor room, the 17th floor, like a penthouse suite at the top of the Marriott at overlooking the John Wayne Airport and all of Orange County twinkling down below. A really beautiful view. And she wanted to do something special. She was hoping maybe I'd feel up to it. Maybe we could, finally spend a little bit of time together. But I was just having chest pains by the end of the evening and wasn't feeling very well. So she was really where the Uber trip back from there. I was sweating profusely and having bad chest pains, and my armpit was tightening up. And she goes, "Oh God, you're not going to die?" I said, "No, I'm not going to. Everything's fine. I'll be just fine. I'm just trying to calm her down." And meanwhile, I'm getting concerned, So we just took it easy. We went down to the little bar and restaurant. She had a drink, and I had, a soda, like a Sprite, and just sat there and was just happy to relax, just kind of talking about the wedding and how nice it went. And went up to the room and I collapsed. I was just absolutely dead. I've never been that exhausted. It just took a lot out of me. So she kept checking my blood pressure. It was like, sky high, even with my medication, just probably a lot of subconscious, anxiety and fears and excitement and everything. And so having sex with her in a nice hotel room, that was out. I mean, it just wasn't going to happen. But, we held each other and had a wonderful night. It was just a beautiful, beautiful time. I just reflecting upon the day, and that we can go to sleep at night, know that our daughter is just, before we go off in our new chapter with our life, that she's fine. Just a wonderful time. I can't tell you how happy I am as a parent and as a husband. And even though it's technically not my flesh and blood, she's my daughter. She called me. It's funny, we were paid for the photographer and all these photo plans outdoors. We were going to have the wedding outdoors, and then because we were having some intermittent rain, the last minute we had it indoors. I had to quickly set up. So that was very stressful, trying to reset that all up. Just a lot of, but it went off without a hitch. Once the actual wedding started, it was beautiful, like it was planned that way. But initially, so we went outside for photos before the reception. And the photographer, and her real dad was there, and he's very kind of quiet. He's old. He's like 80 years old or 81 now. He's up there. And I even saw him, and even though we haven't had the best relationship, I extended my hand in friendship and shook his hand. And so he wasn't thrilled to see me, but I was nice to him anyway, for Paula's sake and everything. And it's sad as I was physically I couldn't do it. I wanted to dance with my daughter, and I couldn't. My wife wanted me to dance with her when it came time to dance in the reception. They had a DJ there, and a lot of like Glenn Miller music, and then modern music the kids like. And it was a really good mix of music, but I just couldn't do it. I just said, I'm going to have to sit this one out, guys. But I enjoyed it. I just sat there and watched and took pictures, and I was just happier than a clam at high tide. Really a quality time. I posted a little community post. I've had an outpouring of love and support, and congrats, for daughter's wedding and all that. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much, guys. It really means a lot to me. Wonderful time, anyway. Had a great time. We went to go to fly back, and then that next morning, Sunday morning, we had to get up very early to go to fly back and take separate planes back. The airport lost all power and Wi-Fi and shut down. The planes landed. They couldn't take off. I mean, so it's like, that was very stressful. It's for hours, and they said, okay, there's nothing we can do. You know, I'm sorry. The best thing you do is call your airline and, you know, call their 800 number and reschedule another flight, and you might have to do it from another airport. We don't know when the power is going to come back. Apparently it's out everywhere. I'm like, oh God, this is the last thing I need. I was debating whether to go to Enterprise and rent a car and try to drive 9 hours by myself back to Sacramento, and Laura goes, no, don't do it, don't do it. She's going to be late for her plane, so she had to take off and leave. I said, don't worry about it, it'll work out. So I'm sitting in a wheelchair waiting for someone to come, and this one guy was very accommodating. He goes, sir, he says, just stay here. No matter what, we may have to be board another gate. I'm going to take care of the whole thing. Just stay right here. And he got me a wheelchair. I sat there, had a bottle of water, and it was hours. But eventually they called my plane, and I got to go on the plane, and they helped me onto the plane. Everything was fine. Had a wonderful flight back, and my good buddy Steve picked me up. Of course, he was supposed to pick me up at 9:30 in the morning, and it ended up being, you know, many hours later. But they were driving around with his family running errands. He picked me up. He said, Bud, you look really tired. I'm going to take you home. You looks like you need some sleep. So I went home, and I crashed. I slept for almost 2 days. I was just absolutely dead tired. Slept all that afternoon, that evening, until like 12 the next day. And I never sleep in past like 5 or 6 a.m. It's just unheard of. So I must have been really out of it. I've been kind of sore and tired. I was going to do this vlog in the morning, and I had to do a little video conference for the move. The movers actually called me today. I set up the special app on the phone, and then I walked through the whole house and the garage. Oh, excuse me. And then I show them piece by piece everything in the house, all the closets, what's left to be packed, what's staying, what's going, what we're getting rid of, and walked them through, and they had to take a few measurements for them. And so that was very stressful. By the time that was done, it was like 30 minutes later, I was just like exhausted and sweating like a pig. But I got through that, so now they're slated to come out. Now they know what size truck to get and how much, you know, boxes and bubble wrap to bring, whatever they have to do. It's all going to be handled. So now we're scheduling the move. Our house is supposed to close. We had to push that back. Their escrow thing on this house that we're selling got pushed back like 4 days. So now we've got a date for that. That's pushed back. We have a move-in date. So everything is in place. We had a home inspection of our new house. Everything went fine on it. They found, there was like one door that was sticking a little bit, which they're going to fix. There was a bare wire up in the attic, which they're going to replace and need some insulation on it. Little things, a new house, a couple cracks from settling, they're going to repair, some drywall repairs, but very minor stuff. But otherwise, I mean, it's a brand new house. It's going to go off without a hitch. Laura got to go back to the house. Thank gosh, she only had like a half a dozen photos, which I was thrilled to have. This time she went back and she just took tons of pictures. I'll show some of the pictures here of some of the other rooms. And we had a really nice little front hallway and front door, and there's a nice little office right by the front door, where it has this kind of these two French doors. They have this old-fashioned wavy glass. It looks like it's old glass from an old barn or something. Very cool, really nice house. A lot of custom touches. I mean, we'd never be able to have a house in California like this. A really nice, nice place. Nice amenities, really nice millwork, everything is the best quality of everything. It's exactly twice the size of the house I'm in now. And we figured it out. Initially, we were going to put the whole $200,000 down, maybe put some of my settlement down with it. And the interest rates are so low, the mortgage guy goes, look, with everything that's going on right now in the world and this virus thing, you may want to hang on to some of that cash. My wife actually thought that was a good idea. So we only had to put $140,000 down out of the 200. So we're going to keep $60,000 from that, just leave it in the bank. And on top of that, I bought my daughter's wedding was expensive. I spent some of the money from my truck on that, which I still had. The wife had a couple $20,000 in the bank, plus we had the $12,300 from my truck that I sold. We had that in the bank. So I used that for my daughter's wedding and her gifts and everything. But we still had plenty of money, and the settlement money, I had 2 credit cards, no interest credit cards. I paid off a little over $10,000. They're paid off. My wife just paid off my Challenger for me. She went to the bank, paid it off. So within a month or so, I should get the title in the mail. Thank God. Just what a relief to be debt-free is just the most wonderful feeling in the world. I've been, for years now, I've been wanting to get everything paid off. I paid my truck off a couple years early. I had one car lot I bought 15 cars from. I paid all 15 of them off ahead of time, paid them off early. Nothing wrong with buying cars on time. That's just life, you know. You can either that or you can drive a piece of shit and have it breaking down and putting brakes and trannies and stuff into it. And you're just putting $1,000, $1,800 a month into an old car to keep it running, to keep it maintaining, especially if you have a gnarly commute, where sometimes leasing a car or buying one and just making a small nominal payment every month, you can count on it, it's secure, it's safe, you get a nice warranty on it, everything's taken care of. I even have an extended warranty on mine, so even though I bought it 2 years old, I still got an extended warranty and gap insurance. That way if something happens to it, it pays off the loan. But thank God it's paid off. We were going to pay my wife's car off too, but she says, right now with everything going, I'd rather have the cash. She still needs to get a couch. We're going to get a really nice sectional for a living room. We still need to get a washer and dryer, fridge, window coverings, which are not cheap, you know, getting blinds for a lot of the windows. We're just going to get them for the lower windows. A lot of the upper windows, you really don't need blinds. You can just leave them open. So it adds up, you know. We may hold off on the spa. I don't want to spend too much money right now with the economy, on the uncertainty, but we're into the house, we're settled. We get all the credit cards paid off. We get my car paid off. All we have is her car, a very small payment on that because we get a very low interest rate on that, like 2.99% on her Maxima. And I got $9,000 off when I bought it on top of it, so I got a really good deal on her car. Payment's not bad. She's making $900 take home more a month. So now with paying my car off, that's, you know, another $524 a month we'll have every month. On top of that, we found out that we thought our, you know, mortgage payment was, God, is it going to double? I mean, we're getting this fancy house. What is this going to? Our mortgage payment's only a couple $100 more than what we were paying for this place, and we're getting twice the house, a much nicer house, without years of things I got to fix. I mean, this place still needed like 21,000 for the driveway. I was going to have it redone, and it was going to be over 20 grand. And then we still had to landscape the front and backyard and get a new fence. I mean, I would have put another 30, 40K into this place and taken me God knows how many years to do. This place is done. It's just turnkey. The yard looks just fine the way it is. Everything, the garage is done. It's got a $10,000 epoxy floor. Everything's done. It's so exciting. So this is a dream come true. So even after it's all said and done with a new low house payment, we're actually coming out ahead. We're going to have more money a month, even with me being unemployed. Now, I've got to get my back fixed. We could have had it try to stay and squeeze it in. Right now, I could have it fixed. I could do it literally in the next few weeks. I finally saw my neurologist. I've got my direction for my surgery. I got the stamp that I can go ahead and proceed with it. We have to schedule the time for it. The problem is we're moving. And with their old insurance, it would have cost us, you know, like 20% of that I'd have to pay, which would have been a lot of money. So with her new insurance, which is much better, my cost for even the most extensive fusion surgery is only going to be like $7 grand, like nothing. So I can easily afford my end of the thing. So, and then after that, it could be the recovery time, depending on which operation I get, could be as much as 6 months. So I'm going to be out of work a while. I thought, let's just sit on the money for a while. I don't want to pay off your car just yet. Let's just wait. We still have, even after we pay off the credit cards in the car and putting down, you know, what we're putting down on the house, we still have like $124,000 left over. So we're just going to put that in the bank. We're going to leave some of it in checking and then put the rest in savings. Plus my wife still has savings on top of that. And then she's got 2 401ks, but that's for years later down the road. So we're trying to prepare for, you know, getting through any kind of a hardship. You know, this economy is so fragile. It could just take a plummet overnight. We're already watching that. She's already kind of watching her 401ks, and so far they haven't gone down. They're still holding their own as far as the stock market. So it's very concerning. You know, you don't know what the future is. Here I'm in the middle of it. I got to get a surgery. I'm out of work, you know, so I got to get back on my feet. So I'm not going to be buying any new cars. I'm not going to be buying, you know, any new consoles or anything yet until I'm back on my feet and working. Once I'm working again, we can use that money for, my wife even said that, Dean, I just want you working for your own self-esteem. I know you climbing the walls around here. She knows I feel good contributing, so that way I'm contributing. Then we can use that money for, you know, for going to Hawaii or for fixing up, you know, buying things for the house or, you know, toys and things that we want or whatever, jacuzzi and stuff like that. So once I get working again, I'll make less money than I made, but we'll be fine. We get more than enough money. Her job is so good, it pays more than enough for the bills. And now that I don't have any debts anymore, I mean, we'll be doing just fine. We'll be able to put away money every month, even without me working, which is good. Plus, we've got a nice little nest egg we're sitting on. So it was a tough year. I went through a lot, but at the end of the year, I came out a winner, came out on top, debt-free, happy. Glad to see my daughter, hitched and with a good family, and I don't have to worry about her. That's an enormous relief off me. So that way when I leave the state, I'm leaving feeling good. Everything's good. We're still worried about my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, which both have health after losing their son. They're divorced. They both were there at the wedding and had a wonderful time, but they're just, I think my father-in-law is getting Alzheimer's. He forgot he locked his keys in the house and had to get a neighbor to take him. We had to take him home early to make sure he could get in, get a locksmith and get back. And he's just very forgetful, making a lot of it. He's not the same. He's been very different since the funeral. So we're very worried about him. We're going to see if we can get him out to Idaho, maybe get him into a nice home, like a nice senior living facility. We can still have your own apartment and everything, but just in case there's a problem, they have medical staff there that can take care of him. So, and then my mother-in-law is anxious to visit. She's got her roots there down in Southern California because her grandkids are there and everything. But she's considering it too. So we're working on them. We're going to have a really nice guest room. So if I have friends and visitors that want to come out and visit, my good friend Vinny in Twin Falls, he'll be able to come up. You want to come up with your wife and spend the night and visit for a night? We can go out on the town or whatever. My other friends I've invited from Sacramento, Steve, I've invited him and his wife to come up and visit. I'd love to get him to move there, but we'll see. I'll take one step at a time. So I'm excited about it. We're looking forward to it. The game room is really the icing on the cake. And it's like, it's just hitting me now instead of it just having like a separate room. I'm thinking now I'm just going to leave it all open, have like one giant, like a bat cave where you got the Batmobile, got my car in there. I've got my whole collection TVs. I'll get an analog TV, have my movie library, all my games. I've got a bunch of neon. A lot of it I put out in my shed. Now I can have all my neon up. I've got my art, my paintings. I'm going to have all my gaming art. I got tons of wall space for gaming art, for my car art. I got my Budweiser sign and an old Michelob. I have a lot of really cool old neon signs from like the late 60s and the 70s, which I'm dying to put out there, which would be very cool. I gave my brother-in-law tons of it. He's got like 5 pieces of my neon. I used to collect a lot of old neon signs. And so he's got most of it. I just hang on to it. He's already got his garage dialed in, so now I want to do the same thing with mine, really dial in. It'll be fun. I'll be out there filming and go from different angles. You might see the car and neon and some art in the background from one angle, or see my bookshelves or my movie collection from another angle. So it's going to be like one giant den. We'll have some exercise equipment out there. It's going to be like the ultimate game room, something that'll be different from any other game room that's on YouTube. So very excited about that. I can't tell you how exciting that is, getting it handled and preparing for that, and getting it set up. I'm very pumped about it. So good times ahead. Things are moving very quickly, and so far everything is going in the right direction. We still have to make sure. We're having inspectors come this Friday to look at this house, make sure that we have an appraiser and an inspector coming to do a home inspection. Hopefully everything works, and I've gone and made sure every light bulb works, the dishwasher works, the stove, oven, everything's working good. We may include our appliances in with the house if someone wants it, the washer and dryer and the fridge and everything. So it's exciting. I mean, so far, if something needs to be fixed, we'll pay it and have it fixed. But it's going like gangbusters, going really, really well, guys. And thank you so much for the support. It's been a tough time. My health is still not out of the woods yet. My wife has been bugging me. She's texting me every day. Are you okay? How do you feel? What's your blood pressure? I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. I've just been tired. I slept for like 2 days. I just was absolutely dead tired. And I still have a little bit of tightness in my chest, but with each day I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed. I'm just trying to take it easy. And so, I want to finish watching my movies. I got to watch this Overlord. Steve already saw his DVD of this. Dying to see this again. It might be a little too intense right now, but I'll save this maybe for the weekend. Steve this weekend's supposed to come by. We're supposed to get together and hang out. I'm trying to get him to come over, maybe get a pizza, watch some movies together. I'm trying to get him to watch this Ford versus Ferrari too. Dying to see this. Maybe I'll save this for the weekend. I've been enjoying Cameron of Industrial Gamer. Gave me this 50 Years of Bond set. I'm about halfway through. I'm well into the Roger Moore ones now, so I've been continuing these. Really enjoying this. This is such a treat. Cameron, thanks so much for this. this is the gift that keeps giving. I just love this, and all the behind the scenes extras behind every single episode is so cool. And then I got my Batman, I've got on Blu-ray, I've been watching that, the old original Star Treks, and then I got my Miami Vice Blu-rays, which look incredible. And with a 5.1 surround sound, the sound quality on these, unbelievable. These just look like they were made yesterday. Incredible. So I've enjoyed them by myself. I got little Vinny with me on the couch. The two of us are hanging out when I feel up to it. I've had to take a break, unfortunately, from it, and it's killing me. I'm dying, I just feel so bad. I want to get back to my Terminator Resistance. I'm dying to play this. So I got about another 4 hours into it over a couple evenings, but I'm getting to where it's good now. Now I'm getting to where there's the T800s, and it's getting to where it's very, very cool. But it's getting intense, so I got to take it easy. But I'm hoping this weekend I can get back into this, and then I want to play my new downhill, mountain downhill thing there, Lonely Mountain Downhill. I want to try to, by this weekend, play that. I've played enough of this now. I can probably deviate and take a quick break and play something pleasant that I can lay down on my side, be a little bit easier, not so stressful. This is very good, though. I'm really enjoying this. And I'm dying to play the Zombie Army 4. God, now they've already got like DLC out. I haven't even played this vanilla game yet. So friends from Games-O-Matic also just got this as well, and he's debating whether to get the fantastic season pass. Brother, I'd get the season pass for this, man. It's very, very cool. This is a wonderful game. I love Rebellion. I mean, I played all the Sniper Elite games from beginning to end and all the DLC. Some of them I played twice all the way through. A great game. I love the first Zombie Army trilogy. I haven't played this yet. This is be a little too intense right now, but I'm anxious to play this at some point. So that's my little update. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Things have just been going swimmingly. Thank you so much for the generous, positive support. I've had just a wonderful array of warmth and support from the community. Some people I haven't heard from comment God in years or months. They've commented. It does my heart so good. It really does. Makes me feel good to be part of the best part of the gaming community, and away from the negativity and all of the trite garbage, the parasitic flies. Like if you're trying to enjoy a picnic, you get flies buzzing around your head. You just got to ignore the flies and carry on. Life is too good. And so is gaming. Gaming is great. Even though I can't game as much as I'd like to, again, just being surrounded with so much great stuff on YouTube to watch. I've been watching stuff on the new PS5. I guess tomorrow they're going to announce Mark Cerny is going to finally, reveal that, which we already know about the Xbox Series X thing, which is awesome. But this, I'm dying to see this new PS5 thing. That's where my money is going to be. And some of my mates' money is going to be on that one too. Very exciting times. Doom Eternal is in a few more days. I just got a text today from GameStop saying, this Friday, come pick up your Doom Eternal. Not that I can play it, but to support it. I always support it by buying their games day one. And so I pre-ordered their Rage 2, and the same thing with Doom Eternal. I've got to support my favorite developer. And Rebellion 2 is the other one. So I buy them anyway, just to support the devs, because I want to see these guys keep around and keep making the games that I like, the single-player offline experiences that I like. And this Doom Eternal looks badass. So, and I'll probably just enjoy my friends' reviews and gameplay videos. I got up this morning. I know Carrot at ACG had his review up. That's the first review I watched. Yeah, I finally got to IGN and a lot of the other ones too, but Carrot's always put his first. He does such a great job. Wonderful reviews, in-depth, covering every detail, whether you're a PC gamer or a console gamer. Really enjoyed his reviews. And the Doom Eternal one was no exception. Very, very cool. In fact, I want to watch his review one more time later tonight on my big TV instead of on the phone, just to kind of really take it all in. So it's good times, guys. And Solid Rev just watched a video with him and his boy playing the new Battle Royale on the Call of Duty game. Very, very cool. I'm happy to I just love to see my friends gaming. I don't care what game they're playing, or if it's online or offline or whatever. It's just wonderful to be part of a community where we're all passionate about something we love so much that gives us so much back. And just to share that with all you guys and to enjoy what you're sharing with me with your gameplay. I'm really looking forward to seeing my friend Silverwings21 continuing as ever his plan of beating every single N64 game on hard. There's so much to look forward to. Just when I think I've seen it all of a sudden I see a new video pop up. And so I'm just enjoying that. Even if I can't game, I'm enjoying the gaming of my good brothers and sisters out there. So thank you so much, guys. You guys give me so much. And I love giving you back a little something. I just thought I'd keep you up to speed with how this thing's going with Move. Again, this is my part 3 of my, my moving update, videos or whatever. And I'll have some other videos coming real soon. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your games and your collections. And thanks for being the best part of the gaming community. Take it easy, guys.